Hey guys, it's Liddy here, and today I'm going to be going over and unboxing the Ortur Laser Master 2 Pro. So let's get started. Alright guys, so welcome back. So Ortur has very kindly sent me their brand new Laser Master 2 Pro cutter and engraver. And this thing is really cool. It is very similar to the original Ortur Laser Master 2, but this one has a lot of new safety features and some cool things put on it. It's a lot better machine, sturdy wise, and overall it's just a great machine and is very powerful. So let's jump right into the unboxing. I will do a little bit of time lapses for you guys, and then we can go over what's new about this machine and then how to actually use it. So let's get into the video. So just opening the box here, it's all compact in here, which is really nice. There's the laser, the pamphlet, and then here's the X card carrier, and then the rails here. I did forget a couple screws and stuff in here. You'll see I don't take them out, but this is what you get in the box. And I decided not to go really into detail what I'm going to be doing here because it's really similar to the original Ortur, and the instructions are pretty easy to follow in the instruction manual given. So I just built the base here, and now I'm going to add the X carriage on here. This is the part that holds the laser, and this is when I realized that this new Ortur Laser Master 2 Pro comes with new metal feet and other brackets, which is really nice, knowing that this machine is going to be super sturdy, and you're not going to have to replace anything if it breaks, like the original one if it was plastic. So I just install everything, make sure everything is screwed in tightly, and then I add the front part here, and I'll go over a little bit more. This is definitely an upgraded version of the start and plug-in options, and of course the cords are a lot different too, but again, I'll go over that later when I talk about the upgrades that this laser has compared to the original Ortur Laser Master 2. And what's really nice is it actually has a different wire holder, so it comes with a plastic holder, and it's held down on the side here. You can see that little bracket down there, so it doesn't get in the way at all, and it's just really nice. Keeps the wires together and super clean looking. So once all the wires are connected, I'm going to connect the laser. This is super easy. It just slides down. It's already basically set up for you. Slides down, and then you just screw in a little screw that comes with it, which will help you adjust, plug it in, and other than that, it is super easy. There's a little piece of something you have to screw in that you saw on that bottom left corner of the laser. It's just to prevent electricity so your laser doesn't die. It's kind of complicated, but some people run into that problem. Now I'm just going to be adding the belts. Of course, you don't want to forget the belts, or else your y-axis will not move. But other than that, we are done with the build, and then we can start working on connecting the laser and getting it ready. Alright, so now that we have everything connected, built, and everything tightened, I'm just going to look at this instruction paper here and basically focus this laser to a little piece of wood that comes in this little baggie here. And then we use this little cylinder that also comes with the laser, and that goes here. And then we use this little sliding piece on the side here. You loosen it, and it will move the laser up and down, as you can see. And so I believe that when you focus this laser, the bottom of the red part of the laser actually is what touches this. And there's two knobs on the side of the orange piece here, which is a protective piece, and all you have to do is lift this up, unscrew the side slider, and then you put your little metal piece under there, lower it, tighten the side piece again, and then you can take out the cylinder and slide the protective piece back on, and now the laser should be focused. So I'm going to put on my protective glasses here that come with the laser, connect this to the computer and turn the laser on. So to actually be able to use the machine, when it comes in the package, it is actually locked. The emergency stop is locked. So all you have to do is push on it and twist where the arrows are going, and it will pop out. So if you don't do that and your machine isn't homing, that's the reason why. So every time you press this, it locks itself. So just twist it, and then you'll be able to use your machine. So to actually be able to connect it to your Lightboard software, go down here to Devices, and as you can see, mine's already connected, but I'll just show you how to do it. You're going to go to here and click on GRBL. That's the software that the Ortur laser uses. Just press next, and then that's where you can change the name, and then add in your dimensions here, which is 400 millimeters by 400 millimeters. And because I already have mine connected, I just press next, but you just do that, and now you're connected. So now all we're gonna do is turn the laser on, and again, here I'll have in the corner what I'm doing on the computer, but you're gonna go to Edit Device Settings, and you're gonna do Enable Laser Fire button. Click that on and press OK. And now you still can't see it over there. All you're gonna have to do is restart your Lightburn, and it's gonna home again. So now we're gonna just have to put it back to where it was. But now you can see on the screen that we do have the fire button enabled or available. So now make sure you have your protective glasses on, and we're just gonna turn it to 0.05 and turn it on. And you can kind of see it on this little plastic piece. So you can see it with your glasses on. It's a tiny piece, it's a tiny dot, so we know it is focused. So now I'm just gonna move the laser to the corner of the piece of wood, and on the screen here, I'm just gonna draw a square, and I'm gonna go to my cut layer settings, and it is selected to line. I'm going to do 2 passes at 500 millimeters per minute with 50 power, and start. And so now it's cut, and we're gonna see it almost cut it out successfully. As you can see on the other side, it's probably too fast. So we're gonna try this again. We're going to turn the laser back on so we can see where our starting point is. And I'm gonna turn it, I'm actually gonna turn the power percentage up, so I only had it at 50. Let's try 80 maybe. And now start. And one cool thing about this cover thing here is you don't really have to wear your glasses if this is on. I do wear mine because I'm not always looking at it at the perspective of this being saving my eyes. But as you can see now, it cut right through. A really clean cut, and that was at 80 power and 500 millimeters per minute. So that's actually, it's really good cutting. And so now I'm gonna get about a 4.5 millimeter thick wood that I also cut with my SAM1 laser on my previous video, and see how well that actually works with this laser. So we have this piece of wood here. But before I do anything, I have to make sure that I measure the height of this again, because the material thickness is now different. And instead of taking the orange thing off, I'm just eyeballing it to making sure it's right on the line of the red. So now I'm going to do that same box with the same settings. Here's just a little bit of a different perspective. So I'm going to do the same square and the same 2 passes, 500 millimeters per minute at 80 power. And this does create a lot of smoke, so you might want to have a fan going. But now that it's finished, we'll check the cut. As you can see over here, it just did the 2 lines, so if we do a couple more passes, that might actually work as it did before. So this piece of wood's actually kind of bowed, so before I start to cut again, I just want to make sure that it is focused correctly. There we go. And we're going to add it to make it 4 passes and start that cut. And I don't know if you can see, but down here there's smoke coming out of the bottom, which is a really good sign because that is letting you know that you're actually cutting through your wood successfully. And as you can see, it fell, and that was only at 3 passes. So right now we only need 3 passes at 500 millimeters per minute with 80% power. Now I always say not to use such a high power because you can kill your laser pretty fast, but you really don't want to go all the way up to 100. I think 80 is a pretty good percentage of power, and these lasers are built for a better percentage of power. They're not going to die as easy, but that was a successful cut. So this laser actually came with this little piece of black acrylic, and I've gotten a lot of questions on my original Ortur Laser Master 2 review video about these lasers cutting acrylic, so I'm going to actually be testing that out for you guys here. I'm just going to measure the depth like I did originally, and then I will just figure some settings out for this. So my first test is going to be at 200 millimeters per minute with 80% and 4 passes, and we're going to see how well that cuts this piece of black acrylic. Alright, so let's check it out. Wow, as you can see, it definitely cut all the way through this acrylic, and I'm really surprised. I never thought that it would actually cut through acrylic at all. This is, I believe, maybe an 1/8 inch acrylic. It is black, so that definitely helps. I don't think you can cut any other colors. I definitely know you can't cut clear, because it is too, like the laser just will bounce off each layer. But, so we know that cuts with 4 passes, 200 millimeters per minute, 80% power. I'm going to bump it up to 400 millimeters per minute, and with the same amount of passes, and see if that does anything at all, just so we can see the differences of how fast or how many passes it actually takes to cut through this the fastest way. Okay, so that finished, and it actually almost did cut through, which is really surprising. So I think if I add maybe a couple more layers or passes, maybe make it 5. Let's try 5 passes first. And I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but there was a little bit of flame that showed up. I'm not really sure why that happened because I was going faster. But other than that, as you can see, there's a little bit more flame. But it goes out right away. And again, if there is a bigger flame, it will be detected. But always make sure that you're watching your laser when it's cutting. Also, again, make sure you have a fan on. It gets really stinky with this acrylic and wood, really. So there we go. We have it cut through. I think it just got stuck on the paper. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so it really just got stuck on the paper. But this was cut at 5 passes, 80% at 400 millimeters per minute. So I think 6 passes would be just enough for this. And that kind of sounds like a lot of passes, but it is pretty quick. It's at 400 millimeters per minute, so that is actually super nice. And I believe that if we added a air assist on this, it would work a lot better. But as for right now, I don't need an air assist on it because I have that on my other machine. So that actually turned out really well. So now I'm going to go and test some engravings. On Lightburn, all you have to make sure is you change it to fill. And right now I'm going to try one pass at 70% power with 2,200 millimeters per minute. So I'm going to press go on that and see how well that engraves. Okay, so I did stop it there because I just want to check out and see what it looks like. And as you can see, it's actually really, really nice. There is some burnt marks from the smoke on the side, but if I did have that air assist installed, it would definitely be a lot better. It wouldn't show those smoke marks. But this is actually a pretty decent colored engraving for being that speed, and this laser is known for being able to go up to at least, or at the most, 10,000 millimeters per minute. I don't think I'm ever going to try that. That just seems a little bit too fast for me. I wouldn't want to break the machine. I know it can go all the way up to that, but I think that even that speed at 2,200 millimeters per minute was pretty successful, and it was pretty quick. And again, the reason why that this machine can go that fast is because of the durability it has now, with everything being metal, nothing's plastic, so everything is pretty strong and able to go those speeds. So now I want to go over really the percentage of output, or the voltage of output. As you can see on here, it is a 4.5 volt diode, which is actually pretty low, but it is a diode laser, so this is almost the same as the original Ortur laser 2. But as you can tell, it cut very successfully. I don't know if it's just the focus point is a little bit better than it used to be, but on the other original Ortur, I don't think I was able to successfully cut anything at 500 millimeters per minute, no matter what power I used. So this is actually super strong. It is a 24 volt input to the laser, so just always make sure you're using the plug-in that was provided with the laser. One feature I really like about this laser is this actual safety guard here. It just is super safety, and it's just really nice. Another major difference from this compared to the original Ortur lasers, obviously these alarm switches. So this is the emergency stop. Say there was a fire, you just hit that and it will stop the entire laser. There's also this flame alarm. So there's like a little black button, or not button, but sensor down here, that if it senses the heat from the flame or the UV from the flame, it will alarm, and I believe it will cut off the whole entire operation. It'll stop the entire laser. So if you use this outside, just make sure that might happen. So just make sure there's maybe some shade or something over your laser, just in case, so it doesn't stop your operation. Another upgrade that we got with the Laser Pro is these ruler on each side of the bars, which is really nice so that you can know where you're at, or the size, the dimension of your project that you're cutting, or the piece of material that you have. And also down here we have these nice cable cords. These are super nice. It keeps the cables all together, and all the cables come together in this one spot over here, which is really nice. So we don't have a bunch of cables around here. The only thing is this one, which I will just have to zip tie somewhere, but it's really not in the way. Overall, I really like this entire laser here. It is very nice. Even though I'm not going to be adding any of this to my larger original Ortur laser 2, I really like the small capacity of it. It's a safe machine to have, again, with all these emergency stops and the flame detector and this super cool cover here that protects your eyes. I also want to mention down here there's a little holder for this cylinder, which is really nice. It's actually 3D printed, just so you never lose that, because if you lose this, it's unless you pre-measured it, it's kind of hard to figure out your focus point, because this is a fixed focused machine, which is really awesome. Other than that, this laser is super compact. It's really awesome, and it moves smoothly. There's a smaller connector here, which makes it more compact. It can move over. The only downside is it is a bit smaller than the original one. It is 30 millimeters smaller, which isn't a big deal. Some people might upgrade this one because of all the safety features it has. You might want a bigger machine. If I really wanted to, I could put this on my original one that I have just to make it larger, but I think I'm going to keep it this small one just in case I need to bring a laser somewhere. It's really easy to move around. Again, all the cords and stuff are safe, and actually some things that they upgraded also on here, material wise, is a lot of the brackets and everything is really all metal. Everything on here is mostly metal, only besides this 3D printed piece here and some of the pieces on the laser, but other than that, everything is metal. All the brackets are metal, so it's a super sturdy machine, which again is another safety feature about it. Nothing's gonna crack or break. It's just an overall great machine. Alright guys, so that is it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hopefully went over as much as you wanted to know about this actual laser. Again, it is very similar to the original Ortur Laser Master 2. And the software again that I used was Lightboard. That is super simple. I will leave a link to that down below in the description. It's really easy to use and set up with your machine, like I showed in the little bit of screen capture that I did. But again, it is very similar to the original one, so if you haven't seen that video, definitely check that video out also. But this machine is definitely a big upgrade to the original Ortur Laser Master 2. It's super sturdy. And overall, the design is super cool, and I'm pretty sure you can upgrade this one just like I upgraded the original one that I had, but like I mentioned in the video, I'm going to keep this one to the size that it is. I just like it. It's nice and compact and sturdy, and I can bring it to different places if I need to engrave something or cut something out. I wanted to mention before I end this video that I will also be doing a review on the Ortur rotary tool that you plug into your Y-axis to actually engrave round things like mugs or dowels or something like that. So definitely keep an eye out for that video. That should come after the Ortur Laser Master 2 Pro review that you're seeing right now. I'm super excited to put that thing together. I've never used anything like that before, so hopefully you guys are interested in that video as well. If you want to get a promotion for this actual laser, there will be a link to that down below for you, so definitely hurry and get that discount if you are interested in this laser. Again, if you guys have any other questions, please let me know down below in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.